to say anything on behalf of your mother, of course? No? She wants to speak for herself. Anytime. Do you want me to?
Yeah, you can just start anytime.
Okay. Pleasure to be here today to welcome George Marcello. George is involved with an organization called Step by Step, and he's walking across Canada, and I found out today attempting to go around the world to bring awareness to organ transplants and the importance of especially for the donors and more importantly for the recipients, of how important this program is. And George's efforts, I've only spoken to him for our walk in from the rendezvous. I met him at the rendezvous today, and he's a dedicated individual, and his main focus in life right now is to bring awareness of the importance of what it is to be an organ donor, importance of one to pledge the organs should they die in an accident or in a timely way. George is a co-founder of Step by Step, was one of the lucky ones, and received a liver transplant operation that saved his life. In gratitude to the family of the donor, who he never named, Marcello walked throughout Ontario in 1999. Before that, walked from Toronto to Ottawa to say thank you to the family. He received so much recognition, including a mention in Premier Harris's throne speech, that he decided to walk across the nation to educate, raise awareness, and initiate a creation of national registry for the organ donors. And with what he has started to do and what he's accomplished so far, it's with great pleasure now that I introduce George to our television audience and say welcome to Fort Frances.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gives me a great pleasure to arrive here and to be met by the mayor and some other followers that helped and walked with me the last 5 kilometers into town. And that actually makes it the second mayor in a row in Northern Ontario that has walked the 5 kilometers. So I think we're going to show those southern mayors something here.
Thank you, George.
And just to expand a little bit on what the mayor was saying, our mission is to address the critical shortage of organ and tissue donations because as of now, and it has been for a while, Canada ranks as one of the lowest in the whole world when it comes to donation of organs, and as a result, we have a lot of people on the waiting list that are passing away. And I'm trying to let people know that this is a crisis. We shouldn't be the lowest, and you know, we have a lot of good organs that are going underground, and we need to address that issue. We need to address a lot of issues. We need to have the governments in all 3 levels take initiatives, and great initiatives. I think it's been too long now that the federal government has been ignoring this. I think it's about time that the federal government has taken a much closer look at this and taken it more serious and start taking some steps right away to address this. There's a lot that could be done, and presently the government hasn't done that. I'm sure we can let the Prime Minister and the Health Minister know how important it is to save a life. It is with great passion that I'm trying to reach the levels of government, because our system in this country doesn't work right now. We have a system where we're asking people to you know, sign a donor card and express their wish to their family, but with our system we have to approach the family at the hospital for the final decision. And what is happening is we're approaching the family during a time of grief, during a time of shock, and it's the wrong time, and as a result of that, we're having a lot of families that are vetoing individuals' wish. I had one family member approach me in Collingwood after I did my press conference, and she cried in my arms, saying that she lost her daughter 6 months ago, and she had available organs to donate, and because she was in so much grief, she said not to touch the body, and she is living in so much regret. with that decision, and she is one of a number of countless of people that has happened to. We want the focus on the decision making to be outside of the hospital. We want the individual to have that wish, have that individual know that that wish is going to get carried out, because it's a precious wish, and we don't have the right to take away that wish from the individual. When a person wants to donate their organs, it should get carried out. I am passionately lobbying that, because we need to get that in order, and that's the only way we're going to get action. Is we got to scream about it. You know, there's people's lives that are at stake right now, and we need the government to take some action here. And that's what I did on my Ontario walk. I was screaming out Premier Harris's name in every community that I've gone through, and he acknowledged what I did in September. I want the same to happen with the federal government, and the rest of the provinces are going from province to province. So far, it's been the help of the community that this has been successful. With people like the mayor walking with me 5 kilometers all the way in, and all the other individuals that came along with us. And the community that helps us and embraces us and helps us with the fundraising. We're not sponsored by any big corporations. We rely on the community to get us to the next community. And this is how it's been a success, because we've been reaching the public. We have a poor showing of organ donation, and it's not a reflection of the public, because every person I've talked to, they have a willingness and a desire to donate their organs. It's a reflection of our government, who has not been taking the right steps in addressing this. We don't need to invent the wheel. Countries such as Spain have a good rate of organ donations because their government took the proper action. And that's what we need to do in this country. And that's what I'm going to keep lobbying. And my mission is to do this because I'm fighting for that person that's on the waiting list. And I'm going to keep continuing doing that. Once again, I want to thank everybody for walking with me. And Mayor, thank you very much.
Thank you, George. It's with, thank you, pleasure that I present you with some mementos of Fort Frances. We have a T-shirt, some information, we have a flag, we have some pins, we have a town clock. So I want you to display them proudly when you finish your journey, and remember Fort Frances is a caring community and one that will do everything we can to make your stay here successful. And you will be, if I have your itinerary right, you will be attending some service clubs and be at the schools and both the college and the high schools, and we wish you well. And we hope and we would ask that the citizens of Fort Frances open their licenses and make sure that it becomes a donor license, and that they also contribute financially to this worthwhile cause. And George, thanks again, and good luck.
Just take one
Sure.
moment. I want to also thank the Rendezvous and the Red Dog and the police escort for an excellent escort, and both hotels are helping us with the accommodations.
Thank you, and good luck. Thank you very much. There you go. Thank you. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Canada is the lowest when it comes to donating our organs, and we want to change that.
Okay, now my understanding is that you have some very personal history with this topic. Can you tell us briefly about that?
Yes, I do. 5 years ago, I was rushed to the hospital with liver failure, and I was told at the hospital that I only had 2 days left to live. Now, I wasn't surprised, because 3 years before that, I was diagnosed with terminal liver disease and told that I only had a short time left to live. My only hope at that point was a transplant. And, you know, I was one of the many numbers that were on the waiting list at that point, and with many odds against me. So at that, you know, at that moment, I pretty well tried to count all my blessings and made my peace. The next day I got a call, and there was an organ available, and I was one of the fortunate Canadians, because a lot of Canadians that I met that were on that waiting list did not get that call and passed away. And I knew after I got out of that hospital, it took 10 days for me to get out, and I was back in the gym in 3 months. I'm a fitness promoter. I had to do something in this area, because I asked God, if you're going to get me through this one, just let me know what you want me to do, and I'm going to go do it. And I think this is what He wants me to do. So I've devoted my whole life into trying to change this problem in Canada right now by doing this 12,000-kilometer trek across Canada.
Where do you think the the effort needs to be focused more, is it within the healthcare system or within the signing up people, or what issue really needs to be addressed here?
Number of issues. Two most important ones is education and awareness. We need a massive campaign from coast to coast with that. We need more than the health ministry to get involved. We need big corporations to get involved. We need to make it aware to the public that it's important enough to get the message across very clearly to all Canadians. We also need to change our system. We have a prehistoric system that we've been holding on to too long, and it's got to get changed. It's the fault of the system that why we are so low.
Now, an individual in Ontario, if they want to donate their organs, what is the process that they would go through to ensure that their organs, excuse me, will be donated once they?
Well, the system that's in Ontario is it's changed from the driver's license to the health card. So you'll find it in your new health card, which I think was issued in April of this year. And what we're presently asking people to do is to sign the donor card and to express the wish to the family. Because our system in Ontario and the rest of Canada is that when you pass away, and it's usually during a tragedy that organs are going to be available, the family has to still be approached for the final decision. And this is why we encourage people to talk this over with their family. But what happens is you can never prepare yourself enough for that moment at times, and you just don't know how you're going to be handling that tragedy. So what's been happening is family members have been approached in shock, and they've been vetoing the position, and they're getting disturbed in their grief, in their hours of grief. And what we're trying to do is change that. We want to put the focus and the emphasis to make that decision legal binding outside of the hospital, such as we have in our will, and register that wish, so that it can pop up in a computer. We don't have to rifle through somebody's pocket to find a card, And also, we have to think about an individual's human right and freedom. This is a big question that we want to ask every single Canadian in Canada. How do you feel about this issue, about knowing that your wish could possibly get overturned? How precious is this to you, making this wish, and with the possibility of it not getting carried out? So we need to develop something where we can ensure that people's wishes are going to be carried out, because a lot of people that are becoming organ donors, that is a very big part of their life. It's a very precious thing that they're doing, and they feel very satisfied, which it should. And we have a system which is not guaranteed to carry that wish out. So this is a basic human right that we're infringing on. We're robbing people's right to donate their organs with this system. So there's probably been a lot of people that are turning over in their graves right now knowing that their organs didn't get donated. This is the concept that was dealt with in other countries a long time ago. And our country is way behind, and we need to catch up and embrace it. And we need to put this question to every Canadian in Canada, because it concerns every Canadian. Who knows when somebody might need an organ? So we have to deal with the present system that we have. So we as Canadians should have the best system in our country. This is why I'm rallying. The way I'm rallying is why I'm screaming out the way I'm screaming out, because there's people's lives at stake here, and it's too precious to not, go this crazy about it.
Well, as you mentioned, it is a very important topic and a decision, and I'm sure people will want to be more informed about it. Is there an organization or a website or a phone number or anything that people could use to research this a little more, to find out, the process and stuff? I'm sure a lot of people you meet may not be totally informed about this whole topic.
Well, first of all, I do have a cell number available on the website. I can give you that. It's 416-540-7872. I'm also staying at the Red Dog in the Rendezvous. Our website is www.stepbystep.ca. And I think you'll find a lot of informative information there. We're gathering information as we're going along. We're sort of a reflection of the public that we met. You know, what we hear is what we voice out. You know, this is what you're hearing from my voice right now is from what people's been telling me along the way. And I've met thousands and thousands of people through the 130 communities that I've gone through so far. So I'm like a human data bank at this point. I eat, sleep, and drink the stuff. So I encourage everyone and anyone to give us a call, and you know, this is something that should concern every single Canadian right across Canada.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us, and good luck on your journey.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.
A little while.
Oh, cool, Miranda.
So cool.
Well, congratulations, Brenda.
Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome.
Did they give you a date?
They told me, like, I got that camera on me. I kept on.
I can't come quite yet. I got to graduate, but I'll be on my way.
Awesome.
Brandon will be covering for me.
Cool, cool. Congrats.
Hey, Jordan, or Trav, you think we can get Dino to come?
Pardon me?
You think Dino can join us here in the summer?
Ah, we'll see what's going on. And
See what's happening.
how do you feel there, Brandon?
A little bit nervous.
Of course, of course. How about yourself, Brenda?
I'm excited.
Awesome.
I'm pretty excited.
I hate the video camera thing, though.
Dino loves the camera.
Man, I've never been prouder. Glad to see him doing something for his fellow mankind.
Awesome.
Now, as you heard me say on announcements this morning, this is rather short notice, which is why we're doing this here, and a lot of people have left, but two of our students are going to become involved in a very, very special project. With us today is George Marcello, who is with the Step by Step Foundation, correct? And he is walking across Canada in support of organ donation, and also the Mayor of Fort Frances, Mr. Witherspoon, is here. Mr. Marcello has a few words to say, so let's give him a warm Fort High welcome.
Thanks, guys. How's everybody doing? Okay? How's the exams going? That doesn't sound too good. Anyways, what we're doing here today is we're going to be taking two of your students away, and they are Brandon Morrison and Miranda Avis, and they're going to come on the rest of the journey with us. We have a year on the road, and what we're doing is we're addressing a very important problem in this country. We're addressing the critical shortage of organ and tissue donations. Canada is the lowest in the whole world, and there's 4,000 people on the waiting list right now, and many of these people...
Megan Talawadi, come to the main office now, please. Megan Talawadi to the main office.
Many of these people are going to pass away unless organs become available. And that's what this whole trip across Canada is all about. We're going to be going to another 400 cities and towns, and we're going to be bringing a very important message to each one of these cities and towns so that we can get more people to become organ donors. And there's men, women, and children that are on these waiting lists, and we got to give them a fighting chance to survive. They're all waiting for organs. And Brandon and Miranda are going to come on all year to help us do that. Now, you guys are coming on to help, but not because we have the Hummer, right? Yes. Okay. It's going to be a lot of hard work while they're out there. It's taken a big commitment from these two students to do that. Their families have agreed to it 100%. That was very important to happen. And you know, they're determined to finish this and complete the whole year, and then come back eventually to Fort Frances next year. That's your plans, right?
Yes.
So what I want to do at this time is draft them. And we have 2 sweaters that I want to present. Brandon, if you come up here first.
Yep.
Put this on. And Branda. And I want to thank everybody for coming out here, and good luck with your exams.
Good luck to Brandon and Brandon. Thank you for your attention, folks.
The mayor there, and the dad.
That fast.
Brandon,
Brandon, they want you to take a picture.
heading up there too, Kim?
Look all over it, Nick.
The privileged group that gets to go on towards to conquer Canada.
It's been great.
Oh, true.